guys so much for tuning in today to A Journey to Fulfillment. My special guest today is Andrew Aikins. Andrew, how are you today?
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Glad to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you from, and what you do.
Well, like you just told them, I'm Andrew Aikins. I'm from Flint, Michigan. A product of Flint Northwestern High School. You know, the greatest high school
In
Wildcats. You know, for life. But yes, I'm an award-winning playwright.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
that's what I do. That's my gift that Lord put on me, and I use it. And
Awesome.
I inspire people through production.
Awesome. Now, so you said you went to Northwestern, so you were born and raised here in
Born
Flint,
and
Michigan.
raised.
Awesome.
Born and raised.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how it was for you growing up.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I came up in the 80s. I'm a 70s baby, but my growing up and my rearing was basically the 80s, and that's when Flint was Flint.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of things that we endured during the 80s where it was just wild. You know, you see a lot of violence today, but I still don't think it rivals what we saw. Like, I had a good friend of mine when we was in the 10th grade. He was killed.
Wow.
Actually, during the course of my high school year, the 4 years of high school, I think I've lost 4 friends.
Wow.
From gun violence.
Wow.
Growing up, that's just basically scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Actually, my senior year, graduation night, I almost had an incident where a guy almost took my life.
Wow.
After we got through celebrating, we was dropping one of the girls that I was hanging out with us off, and she ain't wanted to be dropped off. She still wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
And we on Van Wagner. We on the north side.
Oh,
Van Wagner ain't know where you just hang out.
Yeah. You
know,
can't post up over there.
Right. So it's like 3 in the morning, and it's a guy walking down the street, and I see him, but I ain't paying no attention.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling my friend, we call him Duck. I'm like, Duck, man, forget her, man. Come on, let's go, man.
Yeah.
And the guy walking down the street thought I was talking to him. He was like, "What you say?"
Right.
And I looked. I said,
I ain't even talking
I'm
to
like,
you.
ain't nobody talking to you.
Right.
And so he kept walking. So I'm like, Duck, come on, man. Forget it. Let's go, man.
Right.
Just leave. Let's go.
Right.
And he said, "Oh, you still talking junk?" So me, I grew up boxing. You know, so I'm gonna use my hands.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and whoop this dude.
Right.
And, shut him up.
Yeah, but he ain't even.
So I turned and I looked because he coming up from behind the car. And he pulled out this long .357 revolver. And I'm like, oh, shoot, he ain't trying to fight.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I got an option. I either jump out the car and take off running,
Right.
or I can sit here
And just.
and kind of talk my way out of it.
Yeah.
I said, because I ain't finna get out and get shot in the back.
Right.
I said, I'm not gonna go out like that.
Yeah.
And so he walked to the side of the car, because I'm on the passenger side, and he leans in and he said, "What you say?"
Right.
But I don't see the gun now. So I'm thinking, maybe I'll see things.
Yeah.
I said, "Nobody talking to you." And he looked me dead in my eyes and he pulled it up and put it to my temple and said, "Say it again."
Wow.
And I said, "Oh man." I said, "Look, man, ain't nobody talking to you."
Right. I don't want no problem, but I'm just telling you, I ain't talking to you.
And so, and he just pressing it. And I'm just thinking, like, any second, I ain't finna pull this trigger.
Right.
And he looked, and I had a nice little gold rope on. And he looked, and he snatched my chain, and went on about his business.
Wow.
And that was my first real introduction to what these streets will do to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Although I done lost several friends, it don't affect you until it affects you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but what it did was, although I came up, using my hands, what it did was it let me know that everybody's not going to use their hands.
Yeah.
You know, and at 17 years old, I knew that in a couple of weeks, well, actually in three weeks, I'll be taking off to boot camp for the Navy. And it gave me a different sense of self. once I left home.
Yeah,
Because at
yeah.
17, you leave at home,
Yeah.
it's like a 17-year-old in college. You know what I'm saying? You get to experience things as an adult
Right. That you
on your
never-
own. But even being in the military is a little bit different because you have more freedoms.
Yeah.
Because not only are you an adult,
You
you working,
yeah.
they paying you, you get to travel, so you're seeing more, you meeting different people, so you get a more diverse background behind you, you know.
Wow.
And, you know, like I said, the 80s, the 80s was, it was rough around here, but I made it through, you know, through the grace of God, you know. But that's early adolescence and early young adulthood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had some bumps and bruises along the way. I didn't always do everything right. I grew up in the church. My mother had me in church faithfully every Sunday, sometimes 2 services every Sunday. So you in church all day.
Yeah.
But once I left to go to the military, I didn't keep that up.
Okay.
It was like, ooh, I get a break.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
get a break. I don't gotta be forced to go.
Yeah. So my 4 years in the Navy, I may have went to church maybe 20 times.
Wow.
In the 4 years that I was in.
Wow.
You know? So it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna go praise the Lord. You know. But it wasn't like I need to go. I need to go. I'm out there. I'm young. I'm trying to live. You know. I'm trying to see what's out here. You know. And you get caught up in that trap until you face something and you realize,
like, no, this ain't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's my introduction.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But,
okay, no problem.
I always had a faith base behind me, even though I didn't always get it right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So now, how was your transition from high school to
the military?
To the military.
It was easy for me because the way that I was raised, the way my mother raised me, it was basically like there's nothing you can't do.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. You hear stories about parents, especially black parents, you know, and mothers in particular, telling their kids or their son in particular, you can grow up and be the next president.
Yeah.
You know, that was something that she would say. You know, but being president wasn't never a goal that I wanted to attain anyway. So it wasn't like, ooh, I can. Like, she just saying that I can do great things. You know, so that's how I took it. You know, but then you live long enough and you see we had a black president. Right. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if Obama's mother grew up telling him that. Right. And that's something that he strived for over years. But he obtained something and I got to witness it as a black man. Yeah. You know, so that speaks volumes that we can do what we set our minds to.
Yeah, definitely. So now, how was your experience in the military? Now you said, you know, that you kind of fell off a little bit in church as you were going through, but like, how was it? You know, you still had your faith and you were, you know, around people that may not have had faith, or, you know.
I struggled a little bit because I'm not a follower.
Yeah.
So
that's all right though.
It's hard for me to have somebody telling me what to do and dictate me to a T. You know what I'm saying? And the military gives you that because it's all about discipline. You know, and when you buck the system, you have repercussions. Yeah. And I was one that would buck the system, so I stayed in a little trouble. You know, throughout my time in. You know, so. I'm one of the ones that I didn't come up with an honorable discharge. Yeah. You know, I came up with other than honorable. You know, but it was on my terms. Yeah. I got in trouble. They bust me in rank. They sent me to the brig, and I told them, I said, well, if y'all send me to the brig, when I get out, I just want to go home. Yeah. And so they said, well, you requested a special court martial for that then, and a special court martial, you may get more time. Than you're supposed to. Right. I said, I'll take my chances. Yeah. And so they gave me the special court martial. I didn't get any more time than I supposed I did 4 months. Wow. total. And then they released me, but they released me with other than honorable, you know.
Okay.
But like I said, that was on my terms.
Yeah.
Because I feel I'm not gonna stay in these last 4 months.
Right.
And I'm already
Going
busting
through,
rank
yeah.
and so forth, and I'm not about to re-enlist anyway.
Right.
So as soon as I do my time,
right.
just let me be able to go home
Bye-bye.
and I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, so I came out, and I had an easy job too.
Mm-hmm.
I was a meteorologist in the military.
Wow.
So yeah, I had it was a tough field.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lot of blacks in that field.
Yeah.
So, but that's from taking education serious and knowing when you prepare for a test to always be on point and be ready to even if you don't study all the time, just know when it's time to take the test, you have to perform.
Gotta perform.
You know, and that was my thing. I've always been good at taking tests. Whether I study or not, I always do well on tests.
That's good.
So I was able to get a good job in the military, and we didn't work when our ship was in port. We didn't work. Only time we worked was when we was out to sea. Yeah. So we had a lot of free time. So we get up in the morning, we clean our areas up, eat breakfast. By 11 o'clock, we get up at 6. By 11 o'clock, we pretty much done for the day.
Wow.
Every day.
Wow.
Like every day.
6 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night.
Afternoon.
Oh, so y'all had like a 4-hour day.
Right, like 4 or 5 hour day, like every day.
Every day.
And then you got the weekends off, unless you got duty. If you got duty,
wow.
then you got to stay on the ship for 24 hours before you can go.
So that don't really sound too bad
as far
as a work day.
It's just that I had a group of friends that I hung out with. It was like 5 of us. We always hung out together. And when I say we did everything together, we did everything together. Like, I was the first one to get a car.
Okay.
So everybody used my car. Yeah. You know, so if you met a female, you gonna kick it with her, let them take the car. Yeah. And so since I was the first one with the car, everybody was always around me and with me and hanging. You know. And so what happened was what changed, and everybody started getting their car. I let them use my car one time, and I said, "Hey, my rule was just bring it back where the gas hand was at. Yeah, I don't care what y'all do, as long as my gas is where it's at when I get my car back, y'all straight." Yeah. And one time they brought my car back on E. Then I'm gonna put no gas. And I said, "All right, tell you what. Matter of fact, y'all ain't riding with me. y'all ain't hanging." And so they sit on the ship for about 2 weeks. Man, they can't go nowhere. Wow. And so they're like, "All right, man, we're gonna keep your tank on full, man. Come on, don't leave us on the ship." I'm like, all right. So then they started back hanging with me again, and then they all started getting their own car. So once they got their own car, we still did a lot of stuff together. That's good. We didn't. That's good. And I keep in touch with a bunch of them too. We because of Facebook. Yeah, that's good. We chat a lot on Facebook. That's what's up. So my transition from high school to the military, it was easy because of my upbringing. Awesome. But like I said, because I didn't want to be fully disciplined. I got in a little trouble here and there, you know. Yeah. But then you learn that you do need the discipline. Yeah. You learn that. Yeah.
So that goes into my next question. So my next question for you is, how can us millennials, go forward in following our dreams and our goals? What are some tips or some advice that you want to give us in order to fulfill the things that we would like to fulfill?
Well, my advice is don't get stuck with one dream. Yeah. Because that dream might not be your talent or your gift. That dream might just be a want. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you just focus on just that want, and it fails,
you don't got nothing to fall back.
Right. It'll ruin you. Yeah. I see people now that I grew up with, and they still trying to find themselves. Yeah. They never got it. You know what I'm saying? Because they had their mindset on one thing, and it didn't work out, and they struggling. Yeah. They struggling. Yeah. But when you recognize what your actual gift is, and you pray about it, and the Lord, this is it. Yeah. He'll let you know. He'll let you know. Yeah. I do a lot of praying and meditating where I just sit to myself some time in solitude where I just speak to the Lord, and I just listen. I just wait for him to give me what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? And if you sit there long enough, he just start revealing stuff to you. Yeah. And as the millennials are coming up, you have to know, don't get stuck on one dream. always go to God with what's on your mind, and what's on your heart, and He'll let you know how to wash through certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what we tend to do is we jump the gun sometimes.
Yeah.
Without getting clearance.
Yeah.
Or the unction from the Holy Spirit that this is it.
Yeah.
You know, we jump the gun sometimes. I'm still guilty of it because there's some things that I do now where it's just a want, but I do it without getting clearance.
Yeah.
And
then it don't work
and
out
check with my
how
father.
you
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the millennials, don't get stuck on one dream, and be disciplined. Be disciplined enough to know that you need discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And that's in different areas of your life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't like correction.
Yeah.
But everybody needs correction.
Yeah.
No one is right 100% of the time.
Right.
And nobody is wrong 100% of the time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be mindful of, hey, this critique that's coming in from my mother or my grandmother or my auntie or my uncle, it's correction, but it's out of love.
Yeah.
They're not doing it to tear you down.
Right. And they done been there.
Millennials are quick to call somebody a hater because they don't understand what the critique is.
Right.
The critique is love.
Right.
If I say nothing, there's no love in silence.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
If I sit back and just let you bump your head, ain't no love in that.
Right.
There's no love in that. You can say it's tough. No, it's not. That's not tough love.
Right.
Because real love corrects.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what
so
you're saying.
if I know you're doing something wrong and contrary to what your line should align with, and I say, hey, I'm watching you.
Right.
You could do better.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now, that ain't it.
Yeah.
I see you doing greater things.
Yeah.
That's cool for right now, but that ain't it.
Yeah.
And you say, oh, he just hating on me.
Yeah.
He just take that, receive that.
Yeah. And pray about it.
And pray about it.
Yeah.
And then you be like, you know what? That was all God.
Yeah.
God sent him to tell me that because I wouldn't receive it from somebody else.
Yeah.
If your mother come and tell you the same thing, some people take more correction from other people than their parents.
Yeah.
They'll receive it from somebody else other than their parents. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when we do it, y'all so used to us sparing the rod, spoil the child type thing. You just come with the rod. No, we not coming with the rod.
Right.
We don't want y'all to fail.
Yeah.
We want y'all to be great.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the biggest motivators for me to when I'm doing what I'm doing. Outside of I know it's a gift, is to have my mother proud at what I'm doing.
Awesome.
And having my mother be able to go around her friends and family and be able to speak proudly about her son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even when I got out the military, I wasn't all the way right.
Yeah.
So I jumped in those streets. Ain't never been in the streets in my life. Don't know nothing about the streets. Like I said, I came up in the church.
Yeah.
I don't know about these streets.
Yeah.
My first incident was getting a gun put to my head. You know what I'm saying? But I come home. I'm grown, 20, 21.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I jump in the streets. Know why? Because I had no fear.
Yeah.
I had no fear. I felt like anybody that's in these streets, they put their pants on just like I put my pants on.
No, we know different.
And what they doing, I can do better.
Yeah.
They ain't all as smart as me.
Yeah.
So the way they trying to hustle, I can hustle better. And that was my mentality.
And that's that mindset.
Yeah.
That will.
And so my mother used to tell me, after I got out the streets and turned my life around and started following after Christ and chasing after Christ, she used to tell me, well, as long as you was in those streets, I didn't get a good night's rest. She was like, I was too worried about you. Like, I couldn't sleep. She said, there was times I would go to work sleepy because I couldn't sleep until I heard you come through the door.
Wow.
She said, so if you came in the door at 4 and I got to be up at 5.
I was already up.
Yeah, I didn't get no sleep that night.
Yeah.
But she didn't never say nothing the whole time I was running in the streets.
Yeah.
She didn't say nothing. She waited until after I got out the streets to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew that
if she would have said something, you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have received it.
Yeah.
And on top of it, like they say, the way you train up a child, they'll return.
Yeah.
And that's what she just left me in God's hands. She was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna take God, and that's what it took. I got shot in '94 in a drive-by.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So what caused you, or what gave you the drive or the motivation to get saved?
Well, I actually received Christ when I was 14, but like I said, I didn't just stay with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I backslid, and I did some things that you people frown on.
Yeah.
You know, but I got shot in a drive-by. We got into it with the guys, and they rolled back up on us and shot in the car. And I got shot, and the guy in the back seat, he got shot. And so, even after that, I had revenge on my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the dude because I did my research. I found out who he was. We worked out and everything. So I'm going after him.
Yes.
And so what happened was the police ended up picking him up because the other guys that was with him turned him in because they thought they had killed one of us.
Yeah.
And so they
didn't want
2-3 days later they at the police station like, hey, this is what happened, and this is who did it.
Yeah.
And so the police came to me. He's like, I heard you've been looking for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got him before you got to him.
Yeah.
But he's in jail now, and so he ended up doing 17 years.
Wow.
For shooting us, and he's out now and everything. But I wouldn't recognize him if I seen him today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even after all that, I still didn't just chase after Christ.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, now you in the streets. Now you done got shot.
Yeah.
Now you feeling like you untouchable.
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, I'm already been shot.
That's street cred right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, all right, I'm out here now.
Right.
You know, so you stay in the street a little longer.
Yeah.
You know, but the main thing that helped me start getting my life in order was one of my best friends. I call him my brother, and we was running the streets together. He ended up doing 11 years in prison.
Wow.
But before they came and got him, the feds came to my house to question me.
Wow.
To question me. They already knew everything. They had been following me home and everything. So they knew everything. And when the feds come to you, they already got a case.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They just want to know if you're lying or not. If you gonna lie or not.
When the feds come, they coming. Yeah. And they coming with their stuff in order. So, and I was selling drugs and everything. So then I went home. And so by 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, banging on my door. So my kids sleep. I'm like, hold on, who banging and ringing my doorbell like this? So I go look through the peephole. I just see a white dude. So I'm like, but I don't know him. I'm like, I know they ain't send nobody to my house looking for something.
Wow.
So I'm hot now.
Right.
So I swing the door open.
Boom.
What you want? Badge in my face. So close I can't see. I don't realize it's feds yet. I'm thinking just the police.
Right.
I'm like, oh. I'm like, so now I'm thinking, they done snitched on me. They done sent the police over here. I'm like, oh man, I'm hemmed up now.
Right.
I got drugs in the house right now.
Wow.
I'm like, if they coming for a search, it's wrap.
It's bad.
I'm done.
I'm going with you.
Yeah. So they're like, we want to ask you about the guns. I'm like, what guns?
Right.
He's like, the gun case you caught with your friend. They're like, look, we don't want you.
That's how they always do.
We don't want you. We want the big fish. I'm like, I'll tell you. I made because they had PFI'd that case. I'm like, I said that was 2 years ago.
Right.
I said I thought they was done with that. They were no, it was pending further investigation. We still investigating. Like every time we pull him or you over, it's another gun in the car. Where y'all getting these guns from? They illegal, you know.
Right.
Then I registered to y'all, whatever. Like we want to know where he getting these guns from.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gave y'all my statement 2 years ago.
Right.
So for 3 hours, they questioned me, just going back and forth.
Wow.
Going back and forth.
Trying to get it out.
Yeah, and so they finally give up, and they tell me before they leave, they said, well, this case, you was in your car, and we pulled 2 guns out of your car. So if we don't get him, we just gonna put it on you.
Yeah.
I said, well, do what you got to do. And he said, well, so you telling me that if we run the prints off them guns, your print won't be on none of them? And I'm lying. I'm like, nah, I ain't touched no gun. I said, I bet you won't pull no prints of mine off of it.
Right.
Calling they bluff. And so they leave. And so I called my brother. I said, hey man, where you at? He said, I'm down in Detroit. I said, look, they out to get you.
Yeah.
I said, the Fed, because he left his car. I said, the Fed, that's when he hit me like,
right.
FBI.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm like, oh, okay. I said, I said,
it's bad.
I said, look, I said, we made enough money.
Yeah.
Let's stop.
Now.
Let's get away for a couple months and just chill.
Yeah.
I said, they trying to get you.
Yeah.
He said, man, they ain't got nothing on me. I said, well, I'm done.
Right.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You on your own, love you.
Because I'm his muscle.
Right.
So like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
And so he was like, all right. And so it was about, that happened like in August. And they got him in December.
Wow.
And when they picked him up, they took him up there by Sanilac County, whatever. And I went and visited him a couple times, and he ended up doing 11 years, you know. And he's home now. He's doing real good. He ain't looked back.
Awesome.
And, he didn't go back into it and pick up where he left off, nothing like that. No, he has a faith base too, but he's a Jehovah's Witness. But that's what got him through.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna need faith.
Everybody got their own thing they believe in. Yeah.
Yep. And when you find out what gets you through, that's you. My thing is, I know that God is real.
Yeah.
And you can't prove to me that he's not, because I know what he done brought me through.
Yeah.
I know how he saved me.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, after they locked him up, and while those 11 years that he was gone, and that's when I made my decision. I need to change my life.
Yeah.
I need to change my life. So I started going back to church a little bit.
Yeah.
And I said, because I don't want my kids to grow up with me being locked up.
Yeah.
And so I'm making these transitions. I left the street alone. I'm cutting hair. I was a licensed barber, so I'm cutting hair. So I'm just going to the shop, just cutting hair.
Yeah.
Doing little honest hustles on the side, you know. But I'm staying out these streets.
Yeah.
I'm staying out the way, like they say.
Yeah.
And the other motivator, I end up meeting my wife.
Awesome.
And she's a God-fearing woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we always joke now that it was always around the same people, but we never ran into each other. We know so much of the same people, but we never crossed paths.
Yeah.
And she like, God know I was gonna put up with your foolishness back then, so he spared me. Yeah. He saved me for you, whatever. I said that's probably true. I said, because I don't know how we never ran across each other. We know a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
But when I met her, I can honestly say from the first date, we've been together ever since.
Awesome.
Ever since.
Awesome.
It was like, it was never a period where well, now I see less of her now because I work on the road. So, but it's never been a period where once we had our first date, it was like, I told her on the first day, I said, you know, you're my girlfriend now, right? You know. So I knew that was for me. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's and good. So we would talk about God and everything, but I wasn't going to church fully at the point. At that point, and then with we got more serious dating. Then we started going to church every Sunday. Awesome. Every Sunday we going to church every Sunday. So then we got married, and then we moved to Virginia, and we going to church every Sunday. Awesome. Going to church every Sunday, and then we ended up moving back here, and I'm like, I also spoiled with my church in Virginia that I'm like, I ain't gonna find another bishop like Bishop. I said they ain't preaching like Bishop.
Yeah.
I said I don't know. I can't go back to our old church here. I'm like I don't know. I said she'd go to church. She started going back over to Harris Memorial, and I'll be at home watching my Bishop on the internet.
Wow.
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm watching Bishop. Watching Bishop.
Yeah.
And so she'd come home sometimes. She's like, because Bishop Bogan had passed when we was in Virginia, so Pastor C ended up taking over. So she kept saying, "You need to come over and visit." I said, "Nope, I ain't going over there. I ain't going over there." She was like, "Come on, you gotta listen to Pastor C preach." I was like, "No, I'm straight.
Yeah,
I'm straight." And so she was like, "Well, at least come to Sunday school then." So I started going to Sunday school. I went from going to Sunday school every Sunday. And I go to Sunday school and I'll leave, go to the barbershop, cut a couple heads, and then go home. And that was my Sunday. And so one day, Elder William said to me, he said, "Drew," he said, "God's gonna change you dramatically." He said, but you gotta stay mindful and keep the faith and just watch.
Yeah.
Watch how he changed your life.
Yeah.
He's gonna change your life. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And then a year had passed. And me just going to Sunday school. And it was like and this is what I knew was God, because it was like exactly a year later. And I'm getting ready to walk out of Sunday school, and he said, "Man, the Lord just put something on me." He's like, "Remember a couple of months ago I told you that God's gonna change you?" I said, "Yeah, I know it was a year. I know."
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, "Dang, how you gonna bring this back up a year,
Right.
like a year
right.
later?"
At the exact time.
Yeah. And I said, "I remember." He was like, "You the problem." And I just looked at him. Like, this man telling me I'm the problem.
Right. Right.
And he was like, "You the problem." He said, "You just can't." He said, "Coming to Sunday school is good." He said, "But you gotta get some word in you.
Yeah.
You need to stay and listen to the word to back that lesson you might have just heard up, and let God work in you.
Yeah.
And let him use you. You gotta get involved with the church and this and this." He said, "But just sitting there and not being involved." He's like, "You gotta get involved." He's trying to use you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay today. So I stayed that day, and because what happened was I had stayed a couple of times, but the 2 times that I stayed, Pastor was long-winded. I'm like, man. Now when I don't come, she be home by now.
Right.
Why are we still sitting here?
The spirit of the Lord was in there.
And then look, she was like, "That's because he was working on you."
Yeah.
Like he followed direction, and he knew you needed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I said, I ain't trying to be in church all day. I did that growing up. And so I stayed that Sunday. Elder called me out, said that I was the problem. And he was long-winded that day. I'm like, I guess he's just going to be long-winded. I'm like, all right. So next week I stayed. He wasn't long-winded. So I'm like, okay. All right, okay, maybe
it ain't that.
Maybe it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
And then the next week I stayed. He wasn't long. I'm like, okay. And I've been going regularly every Sunday. It's going on, 8 years now.
Awesome.
8 years.
So when did you feel that impact?
Once he stopped being long-winded, because I'm focusing on the time.
Yeah.
So I ain't really just receiving the message.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. But once I realized that, okay, he ain't long-winded, now I'm focusing on the message.
Yeah.
And he just preaching his truth. He just preaching his truth. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
All right. And what happened was, even though when I was just going to Sunday school, I was still hanging out in the clubs because I was promoting.
Yeah.
I was doing parties and stuff like that. So one day, one of the elders would come to the barbershop and get his hair cut and sell supplies. And so one day, he stopped me in the hallway. And this right around the time where I'm starting to go to church every Sunday. And he say, you don't belong in here.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at him. He's like, he said, you got a light around you.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's Holy Spirit. He's like, it's a lot of darkness in here.
Mm-hmm.
You the outcast in here. You don't belong in here.
Wow.
He said, you ain't gonna be in here long.
Mm-hmm.
He said, the Lord gonna use you in a different capacity.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but this ain't where you supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. And then he came back like 2 weeks later, and he was like, the Lord finna do something with you.
Wow.
And I'm like, I received that. But now I'm getting that word in you know, and I'm starting to walk it out.
That's awesome.
And once I started walking it out, that's when I actually started back writing.
Mm-hmm.
I always wrote. Didn't realize that, hey, this is your gift.
Yeah.
You know.
Knock, knock.
Yeah. We back.
Right.
You know. So I started writing again and started writing these productions. And then the very first one, I had a sold out crowd.
Awesome.
And it's crazy because I look at Tyler Perry's journey, and Tyler Perry wasn't. He ended up being homeless because he couldn't give his tickets away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if Tyler's journey was more of a struggle, starting out, and then finally he hit it. I said, well, I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of the game, and so I just keep writing, and putting on these productions, and then you have a good turnout, you have so-so turnout.
Yeah.
You have a good turnout, you have so-so turnout. So it's like up and down. I'm like, Lord, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And the only thing I hear him say is, not yet. Not yet. So he's not saying it's not for you.
For you, just not yet.
It's just not
hold on.
yet.
Right.
And so I had to keep checking myself. Like, okay, all right. And I just keep writing.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing about it is, everything I do is inspirational when I do these plays. My storyline, my message, everything is Bible based. And if you've ever been to one of my shows, you'll see how I take what's current, what's really happening in the world, and I can show you God throughout it.
Awesome.
And you won't lose focus of the storyline or anything. And my thing is, this is me bringing the church to you.
Yeah.
By the time you realize you just got some church in you,
Yeah.
you don't laugh, you don't cry,
Yeah.
your emotions been up and down, sitting here watching this production. But by the time it's over, when you realize,
wow,
I
done got ministered to.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and so I remember when I was 14, the Lord he was speaking to me. He kept saying, "You gonna preach to thousands."
Wow.
At 14, so I thought that meant I'm gonna be a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was running from. Like I ain't trying to be no preacher. I told my mother, I said, I think the Lord will be to preach. And she was like, oh, okay. And you know, she left it at that. You know, I told her a couple times. I said, I'm gonna be a preacher. I said, I think He want me to preach.
Yeah.
And then as I became an adult and started walking it out, I realized that my productions are my sermons.
Yeah.
And I'm touching thousands.
Yes.
So He don't lie.
Yeah.
He's a God that cannot lie.
Yeah. He ain't gonna show you everything. There it is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now I understand that the very thing that I was trying to run from, He drew me right back to it.
Awesome.
And what I say full circle, is full circle. By the end of this past year, I kept saying, I'm not gonna write nothing new. I said, I'm not satisfied with the quality of my DVDs.
Yeah.
I want them done professionally.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring back my first 4 plays in 2019. This is gonna be my reboot year.
Yeah.
You know, and we gonna reboot, repair any destroyed relationships and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at our focus meeting, Pastor preached on the sabbatical.
Yes.
And when he started talking about the sabbatical, And he says, every 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, this production is 7 years old. My first production is 7 years old this year. And he says, he go on and he say, don't create any new work.
Yeah. It's time.
Let what you already produce, reproduce, and produce for you.
Yeah.
And that's the lane I was already in. I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute.
It's the Lord.
This is him speaking again.
Yes.
That what I've been giving you, this is it.
Yeah.
He's the God that cannot lie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Pastor went into the 3 reads. Regrowth and this is this. I'm like, I had 3 reads too. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, I'm listening and I'm gonna be obedient and I'm not gonna write anything this year new until I do what I'm supposed to do. Let my old work reproduce itself, get it on good DVD quality, and go from there. Then move forward because the messages that I have in these productions are so powerful that you can't half step with it.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want to present God's work any kind of fashion.
Any kind of way. Yeah.
You know, cause what God produces is good.
Yeah.
So you got to package that right.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm at right now. Where I'm packaging packaging it right. The first date we have on the calendar for this year is June 29th. But we may end up booking some dates before June if it pans out.
Okay.
But right now we set for June 29th here in Flint.
Okay.
And we just gonna get it done right, and then go to the next one, do the same thing, get it done right. But with the first 4, I gotta get them on DVD.
Yeah.
And get them
right.
professional.
Get them right. Awesome.
So that's where I'm at. My thing is the millennials. When you find your lane, seek good counsel.
Yes.
Seek good counsel.
Seek good counsel.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you just not just running with what you know.
Yeah.
Because somebody know more than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it may be a peer.
Yeah.
Or it may be an elder.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't seek it,
right,
you won't find it. You'll never know.
Awesome. Alrighty, so before we wrap up, I have one more question for you. As you know, the title of this show is A Journey to Fulfillment. So I would like to know, what does being fulfilled, or what does fulfillment mean to you?
Fulfillment to me is make sure I provide for my family, take care of my family, and make sure that they know that not only that when you get into a situation that seems too much for you to bear, that not only do you have God to go to, you got me to go to. You can bring it to me. Let me be that shoulder, that pillar, that refuge. You know what I'm saying? And when they come to me with certain issues, that lets me know that what I'm doing and how I'm doing it is good in God's sight. You know, because He's still using me as a vessel.
Right.
I'm still growing daily, and I don't know it all, but I know who do.
Yeah. He has all the answers.
Yeah. So, you know, fulfillment to me is doing God's work and being good at it.
Awesome.
You know, we always want to be good at what we do.
Right.
But I want to be good at what God do.
Yeah.
And Him using me.
Yeah.
You know, so and that will give me fulfillment. It ain't about being rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about doing what I love.
Yeah.
And giving God the glory.
Yes.
In that.
Yes.
And that's where my riches lie.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't don't think it's like, okay, he want to be big as Tyler Perry. No, I want to be bigger than Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I want to have a bigger influence than Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I want Tyler Perry to look at me and say, wow, this guy is powerful. Yeah,
right.
because it's all God.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people, when they see me out, that's the Tyler Perry of Flint. All right, I take that, but y'all don't see where I'm going. Y'all don't see the vision.
Yeah, just wait on it.
Yeah.
Just wait on it.
Yeah, because that comparison will stop in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, because he going to take me higher.
Right.
He's going to take me higher. But like I said, he produced good works, and he's a guy that don't lie.
Yeah.
And as long as the millennials understand those little principles, and get under a good shepherd, and stay committed and stay on the ship.
Yep, and stay consistent.
And stay consistent that
Yes.
y'all rise and be a little easier.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your bumps and bruises, but overall,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like a boxing match.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a 12-round fight,
Uh-huh.
you might lose a couple rounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you might win the fight.
Right.
You know, you can still lose a couple rounds in a fight and still win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not judged on just one round or 2 rounds. You're judged on every round that you competed in.
Yeah.
So if you don't give up and you keep fighting,
Yeah.
you can still win this thing.
Awesome.
You can still win.
Awesome. So now, for the audience that would like to check out your play, where can they go and gather more information?
You can go to my Facebook page, Andrew Aikins, playwright. You can put in Jasper Ernest, Paw Paw. That's one of the characters that I created that I play. But you can just put my name in, Andrew Aikins, Andrew L. Aikins, playwright, and they'll bring up my stuff.
Okay.
You can go to my Twitter. I usually advertise on Twitter and Instagram when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
My Twitter is Aikins for real Drew, and my Instagram is Andrew_Aikins71.
Okay.
But I'm gonna create a YouTube channel.
Okay.
This year.
Awesome.
Because I need to use that platform when these DVDs start coming out, and I can leak my own bootlegs through that channel, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, you just put my name in. You can find me. You can follow me. You know, I like to do some inspirational stuff every now and then on there. Not to the point where it's just church. You know, I do a lot of jokes. Funny stuff, you know, but you gonna get something out of it.
Awesome.
I don't care how you view it, what you might be looking. You might need a laugh for the day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You go in there, you might see something that just crack you up. You know, because I'm just a down to earth, strong believer in Christ, and I always say even God has a sense of humor, and so I don't shy away from my sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. No problem. Well, again, Andrew, I thank you so much for being a guest today on my show. Remember, guys, you can catch this show stream on YouTube. You can also view all of my release dates, my topics, and my next special guest on my social media pages. I'm your host, Jay Ryan, and I'll see you soon.